All right, guys, we're going to move on to bag K, which is getting the steering assembly and the front and rear end installed into the car, as well as the steering servo. So we've got all the parts and everything ready to go here. I'll actually install a servo so you can kind of see what it looks like and everything. We have two options for rear chassis braces. We're going to go with the one that they recommend, which is going to be the longer one. The chassis brace for the front end is actually integrated into the steering servo mount, so that's all one piece, as you can see right here. And other than that, it's pretty straightforward stuff, so I'll go ahead and get it all installed and show you guys what it looks like once we're done. So thank you all for watching. We hope you appreciate everything, and yeah, we'll get you some more content here shortly. All right, guys, now that bag K is done, for the first time we have what is a complete-ish looking car. We have everything pretty much mounted onto the chassis that we've got done so far. That includes the steering servo, the front end, the rear end, everything is all on, ready to go. As far as putting everything on the chassis goes, the real major changes, so you can see here, are mostly in like the chassis layout and the way that the screws and everything work. So obviously the chassis is a lot wider than the previous versions. One thing that's cool, we didn't have this on the prototype, but we have it on here now, is you have your normal screw holes for the gearboxes in the front and the rear, but we've added these two holes on the outside that, because the gearboxes are wider and everything, the thought process is to stop the actual gearbox from warping, which tends to happen on any number of brands over time. You end up having to shim the gearbox more or even replace the gearboxes just because they start to stretch out over time. So these screws are right out at the edge and they key into the gearbox itself to stop the gearbox from warping, from spreading out. It's the same on the rear end. And the other cool feature just being that the steering servo, where it mounts and everything, is actually totally independent of anything else. Most of the radio tray and battery tray and everything are actually separate pieces, which tend to help with flex characteristics and such. So yeah, that's pretty much it when it comes to this kit. And we'll move on to the shocks, which I believe are next.